All right, 2008.
2008 Kodiak 4500.
At Jensen Adventures. What's with the hat?
That's Jensen Motorworks, so it's kind of a side business that I have.
Okay, Jensen and Jensen,
yeah,
there we go.
Build stuff like this.
And the camper.
The camper is a Arctic Fox 1150.
What year is that camper?
2005.
Yeah, they made them really big back then. I don't know if they're just this big anymore, but maybe.
Yep, it has a one single big slide.
And what was your inspiration? And then what did you have before this?
We did a lot of tent camping. I did a lot of tent camping growing up, and we did tent camping before this. We had a rooftop tent, and then we saw like more of the M1078 kind of Stewart and Stevenson military builds
I've looked at those.
The communication boxes, and we thought those were really cool, but they're a little too industrial.
Your central tire inflation system would be wonderful.
Yeah, they're super industrial in the cabs though, and we wanted something that was a little bit more like functional and like
refined, luxury.
Yeah, like just like more like of a regular truck cab.
This is still an old truck though. Like, you know, the new F550, you're gonna have a beautiful interior. Of course, there's a price with it.
But these are work trucks. But if you hop up in here and look at the interior, it's actually done up pretty nicely.
Something's beeping in here.
Let me.
Oh, it stopped.
I'll go on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say you must have retrofitted the interior.
Yeah, so these are seats out of middle seats out of like a new Caravan.
Nice.
And then we did more of like a police interceptor style, like modular console. It's steel, so it can have all these panels that get added in. You can buy radio panels. You know, we have a monitor. We have a light controller.
Oh yeah, your aux beam. I got some of those aux beams.
Yeah. We have Apple CarPlay. We have a 4-camera system. We have a TPS monitoring system.
So this is for your off-roading, like live feedback?
There's 2 cameras and a camera off the back looking at the trailer that's behind us.
Okay, and they're all Wi-Fi, it looks like?
Yep, So
how's the delay on that, though, like the look of it? You know, is it 1 second delay?
It's, I would say, not 1080p.
No, 720?
Yeah, but it's good enough.
And then
so we removed the back seat, so we can have extra storage. We keep our Dometic fridge, extra fridge back here. We have 2 wiener dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's just got the cover on it.
Yep, it's just got the insulated cover.
That's a good size one too.
And then I just have this that I mounted on here, just a little safe to.
Where's the handgun? We are in Arizona.
It's actually in the camper.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, we live in Arizona. So.
Rifles too, or no, not on the road?
Yeah,
cool.
Sometimes I try to protect the Second Amendment, so
it's very important.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, I wish we had one of those in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? Our Constitution has been voided.
Oh, it's right here. I got a truck gun.
Yeah. Cool. So you like off-roading a lot?
Oh yeah, we have.
But you like to take your home off-roading? If you just
peek over there, we do have a smaller overland rig that we tow behind it.
Is that what's on the trailer even?
Yeah, so the Lexus does go on the trailer.
Oh, I see. Your buddy has this trailer.
He's got the side-by-side, and that's a matching truck, just a different color, but identical truck basically.
How did you meet your friend?
So, to expand on the story I was talking earlier about how we kind of got into this, we were truck camping in a rooftop tent at the Overland Expo, and we had been talking about the M1078, potentially doing one of those, and we saw Matt's rig there. So, literally talked to him for like an hour.
This must be him.
Ironhide Overland on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's basically the inspiration for, that's the Desert Yeti is what we call it.
And now you go hang out, and then there's a third with no super singles, but a third.
Same truck. It's 2008, 4-wheel drive. They're all 4-wheel drive.
What's the deal with the 2008? Is there a reason for that? Is there a certain model?
They only made them from 2000 to 2009.
The Kodiaks.
The Kodiaks.
What else do they call a Kodiak after the fact? They were called 6500.
They didn't make them at all until like 2019 or 2020, and there's actually a couple here. They're the Chevy 6500s.
Yeah.
But they are not called the Kodiak anymore. And
they use the Cummins too, maybe.
Yeah, they don't have the big cab. They just have the big front end.
Okay.
So it's like a regular truck cab with a bigger front end.
Like the motorhomes use them, right? The motorhomes don't have the back seats.
Yeah, but these trucks are on the super singles. So this one's on 20 by 12.
Yeah, the 335s.
These are 335s. I have the Michelin 365s on my truck. So
all right,
it's like
slow
a
down. So these are aluminum, 2-piece bead. It's like the outer bead.
Not a bead lock.
Yeah, you couldn't take it apart on the trail. You throw your spare on.
You could. There's no bead lock.
Oh, okay.
These are self-servicing. Same with those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's just a 2-piece wheel. It's not actually a bead lock.
No inner outer bead.
No. Nope. And those are basically the same company, just a little bit different style.
What kind, with the weight, what can you air down in if you're in the Glamis sand dunes, the Imperial sand dunes?
So if I'm going to go less than 5 miles an hour, I can go down to 20 psi, and I'm 17,000 pounds.
Yeah,
So
what kind of bulge does it make at 17 psi?
It's
like, it's really nice.
You get a good tread pattern down on the
It's like
ground.
the side by side when I run 5.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, because I have an RS1, I run 5.
Okay.
I actually always run 5. Like front,
You get a
the front
good
will be a
tread
4.
pattern on the
The
ground.
front will be 4, the rear will be 5. That's what I do.
Plenty of traction. These are very capable off-road.
And they come with what kind of transmission? The Allison?
6-speed Allison 1000.
And then the how does it like gear down even slower? Is it just going to be that you're going to have
Just electronic shifting to 4 high, 4 low. You can go down into
okay?
first,
So
second,
it's just
third.
like me.
Just like a regular
4
truck.
low in my Duramax is super slow.
Yep.
Like, so you don't really need to have a transfer case, different set.
Yeah, no, and these come with 513 gears.
Oh,
So we actually get about 11.5 miles to the gallon going down the highway.
Oh, because you can cruise at 1,500 RPM.
We are cruising at about 1,700, 1,800 RPMs in 6th gear.
Yeah, like as far as truck goes.
And
How much
yeah.
ground clearance? I see a lot of ground clearance,
You
but
know,
there's
I've
not the
never-
steering here though, not under the axle.
No, and then I added that Class A steering stabilizer. That doesn't normally come on the truck,
Bump
just to
steer?
make it handle a little bit better because it is a big solid front axle up
When
there.
you hit a rock, you feel it in
Yeah,
the
and
wheel.
it drives like a regular 3,500 truck.
Good, I'm not that good.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else to check
You want
outside?
to see the inside?
Sure. But
Alright,
anything
let's-
else you want to mention about it
Well, we
outside?
have the big fire storage boxes. So these are 24 by 24 inch. So these ones go all the way back.
Because
pretty
your thing is so
deep.
high,
Yeah.
you actually can
24
do.
inches tall by
Yeah.
24 inches deep.
And so this is
then-
the most economical boxes I've seen. Like everybody has these ones.
They're
not
still
too,
not that cheap. They were still like a few $100s each, and there's 8 of them. But yeah, they're
You know,
the
some
most
people-
affordable. They're very good quality too. You know, the handles are great, the locks are great. They do have,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
steel.
Yeah, they're steel.
Did you reseal these ever? Or
I
that-
didn't. These are, you know, steel, but they do have to where you could, you know,
Yeah, hang it like a
tie
deck.
it there. But I like to be able to, because they're so. This is 24 inches. If it's here, it's just hard to.
It's more like if you
yeah.
need
So
table
I have these
space.
top ones. I just fold them all the way down.
Yeah.
but-
Are you carrying a lot of extra fuel, any exterior or extra fuel, extra water besides the camper?
Well, if you look back here on the trailer, so there's a pump right
Oh
here.
oh my God, dude, this is ridiculous.
So there's a,
and it's so low.
There's an 80-gallon fuel tank and a
Oh.
60-gallon water tank that you can drive right over.
That is
and
so-
we can go to Glamis, fill this up with gas, not have to leave the toys.
Even you drive over this piece
Yeah,
here?
it's perfectly fine. Usually the tires, the Lexus ends up right there, and aluminum, no problem.
Wow.
This buggy hauler has been amazing. Obviously, you can see our bike rack is on here. The Lexus fits on.
Who gave you the idea for this?
I actually bought the trailer this way. It was an
Oh.
old race trailer. They used to take this trailer down to Baja.
Yeah.
I actually bought the trailer this way.
Well, that makes sense then too, and it's perfectly loaded. That's the whole point.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
centralized weight
For sure.
and low profile. Yeah.
So I did this hitch extension because if you can see the camper is so long.
Yeah, it's about.
So
You made it
it's
yourself.
24 inches. It's sleeved all the way through up to like right here. And then I did the turnbuckles. And this thing, you know, with the Lexus on it, literally, I put a GoPro back here to watch. It does not budge.
Yeah. And that little lock really gets rid of like the up and down movement,
Yep.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
Could you even like hold it up in the upper position if you think, or is it just kind of you're holding it down actually? It's locking.
It's holding it down, but these are pulling up.
Oh,
and
I
these
see.
are pulling sideways too, so it can't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah, I got a 4-foot super truss too. on
Okay,
the
which
Torque.
is good because you probably have the dual, right?
I'm the guy with the dirt bike on the back. If you
Ah,
notice, the
yeah.
KTM.
Okay,
yeah, the
sweet.
dual. But
Yeah.
normally it's for my race trailer.
I was
yeah.
gonna build one of those, but this has been fine. So
Well, yeah, I mean it's a heavy trailer though.
Yeah.
But you do equalizer bars. No,
for sure.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, here they are right here.
sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually didn't really notice that I needed it, so I didn't do my, my weight distribution hitch.
And you got a Starlink going
We do
too.
have a Starlink.
Do you
Yep.
leave that thing up there?
No, that only goes up when we're parked, not while
So
we're
you
driving.
just open the hinge by hand, I see, and then
Yep.
pull it out and unplug it.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
Generator. You know,
Yeah, the
trash-
stock one that
Trasharoo,
comes.
just the stock one.
Yeah,
we
well,
do have lithium and everything.
You know, I should start doing the Trasharoo because it's the side-by-side life, Jeep life, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
and it's just right there.
It
It
can
keeps
be
all your trash
It
outside.
can become the RV life.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. Well, let's walk
go
around.
inside. This is a torque lift 6-step with the basement step, so it's a long ways up here. He's gonna. Yep.
Oh, she got lawyer work going on.
Yeah. You want to start in the bathroom right here since it's right in the door?
Sure. Whoa. Oh, I gotta watch my step. There you go.
You do. Get up in here first. So we just kind of finished remodeling this.
Oh,
we did a
wow.
shiplap that we stained and polyurethane in the shower. Yeah, it's smooth and
You know that's a good. It's so nice to have a little bit of wood in there, and
it just kind of breaks it up, makes it feel a little warmer, right?
yeah, and then you got a good position. Everything's normal. Just you're redoing your plug-in. I see. Yeah.
Yep,
And there's a window in the bath here on this
Mhm.
model. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you got a lot of space in here.
Yeah. Yeah, the slide comes all the way to the end, so the whole dinette and the fridge and everything go out. We did the butcher block countertops. Stained them the same. Yep, stained them the same color as the shower. All the trim pieces are all stained. Tiffany, my wife, took this Arctic Fox thing that was already here and sanded it down and stained it and painted it, and kind of just to bring some of the Arctic Fox look back in.
Yeah, yeah. And then the roof, you did the whole roof too?
Shiplap. Yep, we did a shiplap all the way through the bedroom. We have a queen size bed. This kind of can fold out this way.
Yeah, and you put a bigger TV on.
32-inch, and it can fold out and
Yeah.
face out here.
Did this one used to come stock with a little swivel there?
Well, this area over here.
Because this looks like the household one that everybody has.
Yeah, that's what I bought. I just bought the household one. Well, I went the
Yeah,
wrong
you went the
way.
wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you look in the bedroom, this wall over here, this window was not here. This was a wall of cabinets, and it was so claustrophobic, so I took all that out.
Well, it's super nice to
Put
have
a
the
window
elbow
in.
and first of all, it gives you the elbow room, the sense of space,
Yep.
and you got to put your phone and stuff down.
Yep.
You know,
Too
you're
claustrophobic.
otherwise you're gonna sleep on your phone, like literally. Like we're all in bed the last moments.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I've looked at so many of the hosts and stuff. I'm like, or even that guys with the rugged, and I'm
Yep.
like, I would rip all of this one side out.
Yep.
You need a little space because it seems the beds are just. I hate when people. You did a really good job because you have this camper does as well, because you have the flow where you could talk to somebody in the
Yeah.
bed from here, right? That's what you do.
Yeah, and also there could be 4 people sitting at that dinette. There could be 4 or 5 people. Like if this is an extension, it moves. There could be 4 more. There could be 8 people hanging out in here, and you'd have plenty of room.
I mean, I got a 10.2 Northern Lite, so I don't have a slide at all. So there's 3 people max.
You
know,
could
like
fit 4 at the table.
yeah.
Which is, we had a 1030, and that was a big selling point. I couldn't sit up in bed, so I wanted to be able to sit up in bed. We wanted to sit 4 people at a dinette.
I know, and I kept sitting in so many RVs, and I'm like, you can't. Your head, you're like this.
Yep. I can sit up in bed.
Yeah, and you can lean back, and
Yep.
and then
There's no window.
and then you put all the pillows the way you want.
That window leaks. So we have a bunch of pillows piled up back there, so we can lean right up against.
What do you mean? What window was there
The
before?
front window. No, there was no window, but when there is a front window, they tend to leak because they're the front window
they're
on,
at an
on
angle.
the cap. They're known to leak in other campers.
Never
So
thought about that.
I'm glad that this one doesn't have the front window. Just another leak point.
I do like the windows though in the front. Like I love windows.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
I'm like the guy that wants to be inside looking out a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then I love your backsplash is really cool, and like
it's just a simple peel and stick. Yeah,
it's just a little lower, isn't it?
It's actually not. That's how it comes.
No, but maybe it's just lower than mine.
Yeah, maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we did, kind of this, all the things kind of fit in here. There's.
Do you feel like this is meeting your needs for size? It's a lot smaller than a lot of them, right?
No, I don't think so, because I wanted to have the space. If I went wider, it's going to take into this space. And my goal was right here. I wanted to have all this from this corner
Counter space.
as counter space. So we had a bigger one in our last
but you did a good
camper.
job with this. This gives you way more counter space.
So we added this in. But yeah, no, we don't, because I can go like that too, add counter space. But no, we don't feel like the sink is too small.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a microwave, we got a full oven.
How many RVs don't have ovens? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I use the oven all the time. Just throw some vegetables in there and your fish, whatever, right?
Bluetooth.
And then a little more
Yep,
pantry.
pull that, pantry, that slides out. There's pantry down there. There's a ton of storage in this. There's all this storage over here.
And then your fridge actually is bigger than mine. That's like an 8.
I mean, it fits a lot of food.
Oh no, that's
too.
a 6'4". That's a 6'4". Yeah, it's
like,
the same as mine. Yeah.
Plenty
But
of food.
I really wish I had another, like you have to do cooler or the Dometic.
Yep.
Like
the
in the
Dometic
truck.
is super efficient too.
And you can make it a freezer if you wanted.
Yep.
So when the slide is in, what is your access to
So
boondocking?
you can walk. I can walk right here.
Like
so
with-
you can get into the
So
bathroom.
you do shuffle
You could maybe a little bit.
just to be quicker.
And I'm not the smallest guy, so like my wife can walk right through, but you can get into the dinette. I can walk all the way over here, get into the sink, put groceries in the fridge. You don't have to move the slide out just to get in here, which for me was a big selling point.
Oh,
I didn't want the door
yeah.
blocked.
The hosts and all those designs are terrible that you have to move not just one, but sometimes all the slides to just do anything.
Yep,
You know,
for sure.
like the rugged one, I was like, oh, maybe you don't have to, but you can access the bathroom and the bed, but like you still can't. I mean, you're boondocking in cities. You just can't have all your slides out.
For sure.
Or a big ladder going into the, or you can't put, how many times you back in at a beach spot?
Yeah.
You can't have like your feet going into the next
Right.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I really like it. How do you think this thing holds up for off-roading though, with the slide, with the variables of like, it's not an expedition built body.
Right, and there's no subframe on there that has like springs or any flex or anything. I think the biggest thing
But
is
your flatbed is not
the
locked
tires
on.
down.
Yeah.
There is some give with the flatbed that it can move a little bit.
Because
but
the rails will twist from the
I'll
front to
say
back.
this: we're not cruising very fast when we go off road.
No, you're like in low almost.
Yeah,
If
and-
not, you're
yeah.
going as slow as low would
we're
be.
going less than 10 miles an
Yeah.
hour.
Either you're in
so
low at high RPM or you're in regular at low RPM.
I've never been in here when we're off road,
Yeah.
but I would imagine it's rattly and doesn't. If I were in here, I probably wouldn't want to take it off road anymore.
Yeah.
You know, but there.
You just hope whatever the hole in the fridge on the back is holding it down.
Right.
I seen the Adrenaline Industries video where he went and tested them in the dunes, and if you watch that one, and then they came in and the fridge was like,
Yep.
and I'm like, it's not the best selling feature, but again, R&D, at least they're testing it.
Yeah, I do have Tiffany look through the window to make sure that everything looks okay.
Yeah,
in here,
the rear
you know?
speakers.
But,
You got a stereo in here.
Yep, there's speakers all through. Then there's a radio right here, Bluetooth and everything.
So you're missing the sub though, right?
No sub.
Yeah,
Yep.
I really miss. I wish I was a sub.
I would
in
like
mine.
to add one, an amp and a sub, but for now,
Oh, you can. Yeah, that's good.
we just got finished remodeling it, so we're just happy to be here.
Well, I'm really impressed. I think yours is one of I've looked at. I had a guy ask me last night after I looked at all of them, like, what RV do you like? None of them meet my needs. It's either you can't use them for boondocking in the city, or they're too heavy, or too small. Usually too small.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thanks, dude.
Yeah, no problem
Jensen,
at all.
right? At the
Jensen Adventures on YouTube, Jensen Adventures AZ on Instagram, and then I have a personal page, Master Shredder, on Instagram as well.
And what expo did you go to?
This is Overland Expo from 2023
Like
in
Flagstaff?
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Overland Expo West.
Are you going again?
We
It's
will be
coming
there
up.
this year, 2024. We will be with Matt, the Gray Rig. We're gonna have a really.
You're
big
just gonna
crew.
camp in the
We're gonna have,
campground area, right?
5 or 6 in the campground. We're all gonna be on super singles. We're gonna have a legit, probably 3 or 4 Kodiaks. We're gonna have a really good group this year.
Sweet. I've never been, but I got to go. Obviously, now that I'm interested.
It's worth the trip.
But I'm from BC, so I was thinking I'll just hit the Pacific one in
Bend,
Portland.
Yep, Bend, Oregon.
Or Bend. It's in Bend?
It's in Bend, Oregon, I believe.
I thought it was in Portland.
Maybe it's not. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's that Descend on Bend event.
But I
as
feel
well.
like it might be a little of a smaller of a show.
The Overland Expo West is the main event for the Overland Expo of the year. So,
like, have you studied expedition vehicles? Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what Action Mobile is out of Germany or Austria?
Yeah.
You know the Krug. You know the Bliss, of course. Now they're selling them here. So, I mean, this is all what it started with, and then it's come down to those you can't really buy those here, and importing them they have to be 20 years old in the U.S. or 15.
Yeah.
So then you kind of look at like, this or at 550.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's new or used.
I don't have Earth Roamer type money, but I want.
Well, you don't have to get an Earth Roamer. You could get the ones for $500,000.
But I don't even have $500,000 Earth Roamer money. You know what I mean?
Well, unless you're playing Mario and you're collecting coins,
yeah,
right?
so DIY Earth Roamer was kind of my thought process. So I found a platform that would be able to fit the weight and be 4-wheel drive and diesel, and then I found the Truckcamper, and I kind of
Plus
put them
you can
together.
run your diesel everywhere
Yeah.
on just you could put in like cooking oil if you could refine it.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of with the new.
People filter old engine oil.
Yeah.
You know,
oh yeah, really?
and put regular gas in it, and I know guys that run diesel as gas and old oil that they filter.
Do you have like multi-month long trips planned in the future?
We want to do Baja maybe in the next couple winters, 2-3 months down in Baja. We have a bunch of full-time RV friends that
You
go
can
down
travel
there in
with,
Baja.
yeah.
We have a house in Gilbert, so we don't
Gilbert,
live
I don't know where that
full-town.
is.
Gilbert, Arizona. It's about 2 hours east of here,
Okay.
into Phoenix.
Yep.
Phoenix, Arizona. It's just a suburb outside of Phoenix, and so yeah, we don't live full-time in it, but yeah, we have some. We want to go to Yellowstone. We want to do.
You could do like half a year or
Yep,
a year if you want.
For sure. One of these days, we will definitely be traveling more in this when we get it more sorted out.
Sweet, sweet.